Every year, American Rivers identifies 10 rivers across the country that are considered the most endangered for that year. This year, we have listed the Yuba River here in California as the 5th most endangered river in the country. We choose rivers based on 3 criteria primarily. First is the significance of the river resource at threat. And the Yuba River is widely recognized as one of the most important strongholds of wild spring-run Chinook salmon and steelhead. The magnitude of the threat is the second criterion, and as you can see behind me, the Army Corps of Engineers dam blocks salmon from reaching about 100 miles of historic spawning habitat in the upper Yuba River. And the third criterion is what opportunity might be coming in the year to do something about that threat. And this year we have a fantastic opportunity to call for the Army Corps of Engineers to take responsibility for their dam and do something about the impacts that it's having on the lower Yuba River and the salmon and steelhead that live there.
The National Marine Fisheries Service's draft recovery plan for spring-run Chinook salmon, which was still, I guess, 11 years in the making, and has a lot of science put into it. It does not say that conditions are perfect by any means. In fact, they're very clear in stating that absent passage above the terminal rim dams, or these TRDs that dot the foothills of the Sierra Nevada, the species is likely to go extinct. That's what their science tells them. And when they look to the northern Sierra bioregion, they say very definitively in this draft plan, passage above Englebright is the primary reintroduction action that we recommend for the survival of spring-run Chinook salmon. The reason that this campaign is swinging into higher gear and is of national importance is because of a confluence of regulatory processes. So let me just say that we'll get a decision about a fish passage alternative in the Yuba within 4 to 5 years. 5 years, I'd say, maybe even sooner, or we won't for another generation.
The first petition is, of course, because of and thanks to American Rivers, and that's a petition asking the Corps to begin feasibility studies, and those are the first major steps toward actually getting passage. You have to study the feasibility for passage. And that doesn't mean, a lot of people wonder, well, does that mean they're going to study whether it's possible or not? Well, no, because it's possible. It's definitely possible. What they'll be studying is how it will be possible and which manners, which ways might be economically preferable, which ones would be environmentally preferable, that kind of thing. And so the initial petition is that. We do have another petition coming soon that I'd like to talk with those of you who've arrived here a little bit more about. And that's a petition that'll run concurrently, beginning probably in the 3rd week of June. And that we can run those 2 petitions concurrently through the summer, hopefully at events, hopefully petitioning along the river. Hopefully we will get some, maybe possibly with American Rivers' help, some August recess meetings with folks from Congress to let them know the issues around Yuba River and around getting salmon into the river, reconnecting salmon to the river and to the watershed. I heard mentioned a little bit earlier about the political aspect of it, that some need to be motivated and some can't be, and I prefer to think of it as some need to be motivated and some need to be educated. So we are a nonprofit organization, and our purpose is to provide that education and to advocate for the river and for salmon.